Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Today is January the 13th, 2019, and we start the Flipped Learning EVO session for 2019. This year, we have a message which is to reach every student. We want to welcome you to our session and thank you very much for choosing us. We know there were many options for you this year, but you decided to stick with us, so thank you very much. As you may have seen in our proposal and in our call for participation, you know that this 5-week online workshop is designed for both those new to Flip Learning and those who are already flipping their classes. So if you are in Flip Learning 101 or if you want to spice up your flipping a little bit, you are in the right place. The goal of Flip Learning is to reach every student every day in a meaningful way. So in Flip Learning, the group learning space is revitalized and turned into a fertile environment for students to engage actively and creatively with learning. Therefore, in our session, we are going to try to help you with our experience, sharing what we have done in our classes to precisely engage our students actively and creatively with learning the language. Participants in this session will gain further insight into the concepts and processes of flipped learning. So that's why if you're a beginner or if you have a little bit of experience, you will benefit from our session in order to transform their pedagogical practice. Once you flip, you can never go back. And we'll also learn about tools to enhance direct instruction and individual learning. We cannot forget that if the group learning space is revitalized, it is because we have moved direct instruction outside of class. Of course, whenever possible, the workshop employs a flipped approach. So welcome to this and be ready to watch some of these videos. Something very important for today in order to get started is our session tools. We have different tools that we are going to use. So we have EVO, which is our content page. It is a platform developed in the University of Oregon. So you are going to find all the content week by week in EVO. So in our call for participation, there was a direct link to EVO. However, in our Google Plus community, you also have it. The Google Plus is where the interaction will happen. We want to see your posts, comments, ideas, pictures, audios, videos, you name it. The sky's the limit. There is an app available and we definitely suggest you to install the app at least for the 5 weeks of the EVO session to have a more easy way to navigate. Then we use Flipgrid. Occasionally we will record answers in video format just to hear the voices of participants and moderators. There is also an app available that you can download into your phone, which makes it a lot easier to do the recordings. We have a Twitter account. Our tweet handle is EVO_flipped. If you are a Twitter user, we encourage you to go post what you have learned, retweet our tweets, and just be active in the conversation on Twitter. And last but not least, we use Zoom for our live sessions on Sunday mornings. So in our sessions, we will have voice participation. It is a synchronous session, so we will have guest speakers. It's pretty interesting. We definitely invite you to join our Sunday sessions. However, if they interfere with the planning of your day, they will be recorded and available in EVO for you to watch at your convenience during the week. So the moderators for our group are 9 very committed people: John Graney, Jeff Magoto, Carolina Rodriguez Buitrago, Marta Ramirez, Katia Ofre, Juliana Diaz, Diana Salazar, Gabriela Gariboto, and Birgit Jensen. But if you want to know more about us and about what we do and how we do it, you need to go to EVO and find our introductions page and also a Flipgrid video that we have made for you in order to introduce ourselves. So, this week, we will focus on getting to know each other, your interests in flipped learning, and learn about resources for this EVO session, as well as in the professional literature of flipped learning. We're going to just give you an overview with some resources that we have shared for you in EVO. So this week, this is what we're going to do. First of all, join our Google Plus community. Some of you already have. We have already over 100 introductions in our Google Plus community, which is great. But if you haven't, please introduce yourself. However, if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous and you want to do a 90-second video on Flipgrid, you can also do it using the link and the code that are available on Google Plus. You can check a Flipgrid tutorial video. It says here this video is not clickable, but if you go to our EVO, you're going to find a tutorial there. The second thing is that we want to discuss the reasons for exploring the flipped learning approach. Some of you are coming here just because the name is catchy, but some of you, your institutions have decided to adopt it, or you have heard it from a colleague, or you have seen a workshop. So tell us what your reasons are for exploring this new approach. We also want for you to get familiar with EVO, the website that our session materials, where our session materials are located. So we have different tabs, we have different places. We tried to make it as organized as possible, but please, if you find yourself lost and if you have feedback for us, just send it over. We'll learn from your feedback. And also we want you to read the flipped learning definition based on the Flipped Learning Network, and also some other resources that we have prepared for you on Anvil to get you started. So that is all for week 1. Thank you very much for joining us. Gracias. Merci. That's all I know. So we'll see each other on Anvil and on Google+. Have an excellent first week of the Flipped Learning session, and thank you very much for choosing us.